Ladies and gentlemen, we are now 1 week from Sunday to where we will be heading to Survivor Series. And after what happened last week between Bayley and Charlotte Flair, it's only fitting that these two go one-on-one here tonight. Try to build momentum for their team for Survivor Series, with Bayley representing Team Bianca and Charlotte representing Team Becky. And it was a surprise that Charlotte chose to be on Becky's side. And that was a big surprise to Bayley, considering they all have history with each other. Now we all have the pieces lined up for War Games. All members are accounted for. Now here comes the most recent to Team Becky. That's the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Last week, she won the War Games Advantage ladder match, beating Team Bianca's Tatum Paxley. And poor Tatum, she was not prepared for Charlotte Flair. And Charlotte made her pay indefinitely. And now she walks here. Well, that not last week. That was 2 weeks ago, I meant to say. But now she walks here going up against Bayley after what transpired last week. That little brawl that was in the middle of Monday Night Raw. Okay, folks. Bayley taking on Charlotte Flair. This is going to kick off Monday Night Raw. We only got 2 matches here tonight. We got the matchup we have right now, and then our final match, the main event, the World Tag Team Championships will be defended between the randomly selected tag team from the general manager, DDP, and the new tag team champions, the Motor City Machine Guns. Right now, Charlotte Flair is taking it to Bayley right here in this grounded headlock. Takes it up top in a standing position. Bayley trying to figure out how to escape these holds, but Charlotte keeping the pressure down on her. Wrenching it deep, but Bayley finally turns it around into a waist lock. Now Charlotte's trying to be locked. And now look at this deep wrench there. Charlotte trying to figure out how to escape this hold. But Bayley goes into the cover here. One. And now Charlotte turns it around into her own cover here. One. Oh, not even a one. As Bayley jackknife cover. Bridge cover, I meant to say. No, not even a one. And now Bayley Irish whip Charlotte. Arm drag. Taking down Charlotte Flair there. Now, you know, Bianca and Becky definitely watching this match very closely as these two look to build momentum for their team. Not even a one for that crossbody. Now, you know, Charlotte and Bayley, I don't think they're really that close to each other. But there's got to be some sign of respect between each other, considering they're both part of the 4 Horsewomen. I mean, they know each other so well. I mean, it's only fitting they kind of have some knowledge of each other, which is why Bayley was trying to say, why would you ever join with Becky? You know how much of a backstabber she is. I mean, considering the history and the knowledge of all of the 4 Horsewomen, I'm pretty sure they're all pretty much backstabbers at some point in time, especially Bayley. I mean, they all had their little bad moments. But the history between Becky and Charlotte is definitely different. That is true hatred between each other. So to see Charlotte actually team up with Becky is definitely something to bewilder. Now Charlotte connects with the spear. Charlotte trying to make quick work of Bayley here. 1, 2, and a kick out just before the 3. Bayley needs to focus up. Charlotte trying to go for the figure 8, but gets stopped. And here comes Becky Lynch, making her way through the entrance. I don't really see her. Oh wait, oh no. Bayley, look behind you. She's looking for Payback. Uh-oh. Manhandle slam. That's Payback for Bayley, costing Becky Lynch her opportunity at winning the Women's World Championship, and Charlotte taking advantage of the kick out. That was Payback. All those weeks ago, I think that was after Bash in Berlin, when it was Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria, #1 contendership status on the line. And Bayley came back and interrupted and distracted Becky Lynch, allowing Lyra Valkyria to pick up the win. And now Lyra Valkyria is your new Women's World Champion. Now Bayley, after the Rose Plant, goes for the cover. 1, 2, kick out from Charlotte. And that was Payback, especially after what happened during that Hell in a Cell match. That was a crazy Hell in a Cell match between Bayley and Becky, in which Bayley was able to pick up the victory. And now Charlotte, look at the further assault, the legs here, weakening it up. So when she locks in the figure 8, it's an immediate tap out. And ooh, dropping the knee right on the forehead. And Charlotte Flair going crazy here, landing a running swanton bomb. And now Charlotte taken to the air. Big splash connects. Charlotte doing everything to build herself back up to try to finish off Bayley. She feels she's close. She just needs to hit a whole lot of high impact moves as she goes back to the top again. What's this? Corkscrew senton. That's Charlotte Flair for you. Doing it with flair, but manages to avoid the neck snap from Charlotte, and Bayley taking advantage. Bayley needs to get back into the swing of things. That manhandle slam might have knocked her off just a little bit, but if she can keep going, she might be able to beat Charlotte here tonight. Goes to the top, looking for the Macho-inspired elbow drop. And this could be enough to beat Charlotte. 1, 2, kick out from Charlotte. That was very, very close, but Bayley, she's not finished. Another Rose Plant. No, gets caught. And now wait, she's not finished. Locking in a guillotine. The guillotine. Look at the choke her out, but Charlotte Flair manages to escape it. And now back and forth here, trying to avoid any high impact maneuvers. Bayley with the Irish whip, connects with the elbow right to the jaw. And now kick to the midsection, lighting her up, ending it with a clothesline, and drops the knee on the chest. Bayley hyping herself up here, not letting that distraction from Becky Lynch stop her, but catches a knee in the process, but turns her around and scratching the back, playing a little dirty to try to beat Flair. And now Flair with a block. Uh-oh, that's not good. Natural selection into the cover, could be enough. 1, 2, and it is. Charlotte Flair beating Bayley here tonight, building up more momentum for Team Becky as Becky and her team looks to be united and trying to beat Team Bianca. This is not going to be a good look for Bianca at Survivor Series if she doesn't get a hold of her and her team. Let's get to our main event, folks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the main event of the evening. We have the World Tag Team Championship match, and coming out first is one half of the former NXT Tag Team Champions, Pete Dunne. It looks like the randomly selected challenger for the World Tag Team Champions are none other than New Catch Republic, starting off with Pete Dunne. Yeah, he lost the NXT Tag Team titles at Halloween Havoc a few weeks ago. That was an incredible Hell in a Cell match. But when it came down to it, AOP had them under lock. And now here comes the other half of the former NXT Tag Team Champions. We have Tyler Bate, the big strong boy. Now, Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne have done a lot in NXT, but they haven't really done a lot here on the main roster on Raw or SmackDown. Now's an opportunity to show how great and how talented they truly are. And that's why DDP gave them this opportunity. Let's see if they can cash it in. All right, here comes the new World Tag Team Champions, the Motor City Machine Guns. They won those titles a couple of weeks ago on Raw. Well, it was more like about a month ago on Monday Night Raw. And they beat the former champions, the Wyatt Six, Joe Gacy, and Dexter Lumis, in their second ever Tag Team Championship match. They become, well, their second ever Tag Team matchup in Universe mode here. They become the champions. I mean, it took them a while. They lost their debut matchup against the champions, and it took them a couple tries to try to earn themselves the #1 contendership status. But they finally did it, and now they own the World Tag Team division. Remember, folks, this is for the World Tag Team Championships. This is the Motor City Machine Guns' first title defense. Now remember what they're called, your favorite tag teams. Favorite tag team. That's actually a nice-ass nickname. But let's see if the former NXT Tag Team Champions can beat the new World Tag Team Champions for the titles. Let's see what lies ahead for the New Catch Republic now that they're no longer going after the NXT Tag Team Championships. Tag Team Championship match to close the show. Remember, 1 week away from Survivor Series from this Sunday. And to start things off here is going to be Pete Dunne and Chris Sabin. And now Chris Sabin already starting things off, trying to win the match here with a submission crossface. But Pete Dunne was able to escape it. Now, Chris Sabin, very tactical. He done better be careful. I mean, he's already messed up once today. Already getting locked into a submission hold from Chris Sabin. But right now, Sabin tagging in. When tagging out. And here comes Alex Shelley. The big chop. Pete Dunne looks to be already in trouble as the match started. Might need to make a quick tag out here, but look at this tag team maneuvering from the Machine Guns. Drop kick into a vertical suplex. And now Chris Sabin allowing the tag out. And here comes Tyler Bate dropping the back elbow off the springboard and follows it up with a standing shooting star. Now the big strong boy, I think he's the one that has the most power here in this matchup as he's locking in a submission, a Boston Crab on Chris Sabin. And now Chris Sabin manages to escape it and shoves him off. Match starting off pretty fine already. Started looking a little bad for the New Catch Republic. But look at this. Big power bomb stacks him up into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out from Bate. That was very close, but right now Bate fighting back here. Multiple strikes. Oh, but catches a kick right to the midsection. Manages to stop the super kick. Delivers a kick of his own to the midsection. Oh, this is not going to be good. Rampage DDT. And now Sabin makes the tag to Shelley. Ooh, referee caught a chop there, but look at that forearm smash from Bate, blocking the skull, the cranium of Alex Shelley. But I'm surprised Shelley is even still fighting back here. Manages to reverse that into an inverted DDT. And this time he's not going to allow that tag. But Bate catches him with the dragon screw. And now Bate targeting the limbs of Alex Shelley here. Irish whip into the corner. Oh, try to go for something in the corner, but catches an elbow. Now suplex. No, Bate counters it, turns it around. But Bate catches a kick to the midsection. I think Bate tried to go for something there, but Shelley was a little bit too fast. Back and forth, just evading everything here. That's how fast these two teams are. But Shelley makes the tag out. Looking for some more tag team work here. Double arm drag. Oh, follows it up with a double kick. I meant to say hip toss, But right now, Sabin, fisherman suplex into the cover. 1 and a kick out as we reach our commercial break. Welcome back to the show, folks. Things have been just about even between these two. And oh my! Big boot connects from Pete Dunne. And now Dunne looking for X-Plex. Dropping down the champion. Now he's looking to put this match away. Oh, catches the leg. Turns into an atomic drop. That was very close for the champions. Almost losing it right there. And now Shelley tagged in. Tag team maneuvering here. Forearm. Oh, look at this. Backbreaker knee drop. And an enziguri takedown into the cover. 1, 2. Oh, super close. That was a very good maneuvering of being a tag team. And they're still not finished. Into the suplex. Dropkick suplex combination. This is the bread and butter for the Machine Guns. Fast tag team, disorientating tag team moves. A big kick, PK right to the face. I think that was a PK. I didn't really get a good look at it due to the fact that the referee was in the way. But look at this power bomb from Chris Sabin. And now Shelley Just watching as Saban drops him down with the cradle shock. One, not even a one, as Tyler Bate saving a matchup for his team. That could have been enough, but Tyler Bate spoils it. Try to go for some more tag team work here, but Pete Dunne says, I had enough of that. Now got him in the corner. Pete Dunne desperately needs to tag out here. He's taking a lot here. Trying to go for a DDT, but luckily enough, Pete Dunne counters hit multiple punches to the ribs. Oh, this is definitely going to be nasty, snapping the fingers. But once again, Chris Sabin staying on top here. Now, what's this from Sabin? Try to go for something. Accidentally ran into his partner. Now he goes the other way. This time he gets to the top. Looking for a dive in action. Hail Sabin connects into the cover here, folks. 1, 2, it is enough. Motor City Machine Guns with a successful title defense on their first go. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate definitely gave it to them, but in the end, they just couldn't match up to the Motor City Machine Guns. And that's going to be it for Monday Night Raw. Congratulations to you, Motor City Machine Guns. We'll see you guys next time. It's time to sign out.